Good Good evening, dear Lothar. Pleasure to see you on our YouTube channel. And we would like to ask you about your so long time service as owner and managing Ayurveda clinic, Bad Ems. So please tell us a few words. What is the mission of the clinic and what is the history of that clinic? You have to take a mic.
Yes, so it's a great pleasure and honor to be here in Ukraine. Such wonderful people I have met here. And I feel that there is a great interest in Maharishi Ayurveda here. As you know, we have started the clinic in 1992, 27 years ago, because Maharishi inspired to have such clinics for Panchakarma everywhere in the world. And we have been offered by the state government the former palace of the emperor, which has a great history because of the healing water in the building, to start there. It was because the owner or the managing director of the state government for this town, he was suffering 20 years with migraine. And then he learned transcendental meditation and he got rid of it. And then he felt that this should be offered also in the spa town of Bad Ems, along with Panchakarma. That's why they approached us. And we have been very lucky. We have treated almost 30,000 people over these years. And we have seen great curative benefits for so many chronic diseases. And my vision is to have such centers in all countries of the world, especially also in Ukraine, because many dignitaries from Ukraine have enjoyed the treatment in our center in Bad Ems, Germany. And every country should be self-sufficient. So I'm ready to help you to set up a clinic here in Ukraine. And I think that Maharishi Ayurveda has a great future because the healthcare system in the Western country is sick. In spite of spending more money and in spite of all the progresses of modern medicine, which we still need, of course, we need to take care of the chronic diseases. And the unique difference between Ayurveda and modern medicine is that we know from the Ayurvedic perspective that all diseases are resulting from imbalances. Imbalances in the mind, in the body, in the emotions, in the behavior, even from the environment. They develop in 6 stages before they manifest fully. Yeah, and modern medicine can detect diseases from the Ayurvedic point of view, usually only from the stage number 5, when the disease already has manifested. And in Maharishi Ayurveda specifically, we have developed the art of Nadi Vigyan, pulse diagnosis, which Maharishi has revived with the family traditions of India. And through this, we can detect the diseases in the early stages. And we are not treating the symptoms of medicine, but we help to find balance, to create balance again. And for this, we have so many Vedic approaches, like transcendental meditation to take care of the stress, like Panchakarma to take care of the toxins in the body. All these wonderful herbal preparations in Maharishi Ayurveda, which enliven the intelligence of the body to cure itself. So we're not suppressing the symptoms, but we have the intelligence of the body. And Panchakarma is so important to re-establish the flow of intelligence to the level of the cells, by detoxifying the body. And then, of course, we have these wonderful courses that Maharishi has developed with the greatest Vaidyas in the world for health education, for diet, for yoga, for learning how to feel the pulse. So we have short courses, 16 hours courses, so that people can benefit from this knowledge in their daily life.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Please, yeah.
So my question would be, you mentioned transcendental meditation as an approach toward the good health for the people. So as a very experienced Ayurveda doctor, can you tell us from your perspective how transcendental meditation works, what its role in human development and how it goes on now all around the world.
By the way, I'm not a medical doctor,
Okay.
but I have been with Ayurveda for the last 35 years. And I have seen, also being a teacher of transcendental meditation, the tremendous benefits. We know that about 70-80%, that's a fact in modern medicine, of all diseases are psychosomatic diseases. That means stress-related diseases. And the most powerful weapon to beat the stress is relaxation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the experience shows, and also the scientific research shows, that the rest gained, the physiological rest during transcendental meditation, is about twice as deep as during the deepest phase of sleep.
I see.
And therefore, the entire physiology can rejuvenate, get rid of the deep-rooted stresses. And we see, especially in the cases of burnout or all the stress-related diseases, heart diseases, high blood pressure, you know, that transcendental meditation is really very, very effective. I'd just like to give one example. The biggest health insurance company in the United States, called Blue Shield Blue Cross, they have 200,000 members in one state, the state of Iowa, out of which 2,000 people have been practicing TM. And they were taking the healthcare data of the health insurance over a period of 5 years.
Okay.
And they found that the costs for treating heart diseases went down 87%. The costs for treating cancer went even down 56%. And with nervous disorders, the costs went even down 94%. Just by closing the eyes twice a day for 20 minutes, you know, the savings of the meditating group was about 50% in average. There are further studies from other countries confirming those results. And therefore, we must inform the health care providers, health insurances, health ministry in Ukraine and all countries of the world to make use of these scientific studies. Because not only a lot of money could be saved, but a lot of suffering can be saved at the same time.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
Please, as a professional TM teacher, can you tell us in a few words, like we would make a little presentation about transcendental meditation, how exactly this process works, why the body gets such a deep relaxation, and what about mental activity during this process?
Well, the secret is something very simple. And that is that the mind and the body are very intimately connected. So when we get mentally excited, the whole functioning of the body changes, you know. When we get upset, for example, blood pressure is rising, skin resistance is going down, we get watery hands, you know, we are sweating. And this principle of the connection between mind and body we're utilizing in transcendental meditation. It's a very natural, innocent, and effective technique. So the nature of the mind is to go for more happiness. And there is a field of happiness inside us at the source of the thinking process. There is a field which we call self, Atma in Vedic terms. And this field is by nature unbounded consciousness, bliss consciousness. It's called Ananda. And during transcendental meditation, through this wonderful technique that we have received from Maharishi and the Vedic tradition of India, the mind is learning in a very effortless way to settle down its activity and go back to its source. And then we transcend. That means there is no mental activity, but at the same time we are fully alert inside. And as the body is closely connected to the mind, the activity of the body also comes to a very deep, profound state of rest. All the brain waves, different parts of the brain get synchronized. They show alpha waves, showing restful alertness. Skin resistance goes up 4 times more as compared to other relaxation techniques. the metabolism goes down much deeper than during the deep sleep. And there are so many scientific studies, and the scientists have declared what we experience during transcendental meditation is a fourth major state of consciousness, besides the other three, waking, dreaming, and sleeping. And it's characterized by deepest rest and maximal alertness. And when we practice this regularly, stresses get released, the nervous system gets habituated to maintain the inner peacefulness also during activity. And if this simple form of restful alertness, this inner peace, is maintained in activity, that is giving rise to higher states of consciousness, where we spontaneously live in harmony with natural law, where we don't violate the laws of nature, and where we are capable of accomplishing more with less effort. So it's a very practical thing. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can learn it just in a few days, few hours a day, 3-4 days. And then you practice morning 20 minutes and evening 20 minutes, and your life will just become better and better.
Thank you very much. And now, if you allow me, I'll put some personal question.
Sure.
So you are famous in the world today, and we all know that you have so many awards worldwide, internationally. You are contacting presidents of the countries, talking to the officials of the big countries in the medical industry, healthcare industry. So, being a Lothar Pirc, what is your mission? What drives you? What senses you have for you now? What makes your energy up? Please tell us about your ambitions, further ambitions.
Well, I'm very grateful for what I have received with this Vedic knowledge. And I just like to give something back of that by sharing it with other people. And my ultimate goal is to contribute that the world will become more healthy, going in the direction of a disease-free society. And it's very important to reduce the suffering in the world, because we have something like collective consciousness. And when so many people are suffering and creating stress, you know, we have so many conflicts in the world. And we have seen from many, many projects and many studies that if enough people meditate in the world, that conflicts and war and terrorism is going down. And so our ambition is to bring out this knowledge in the world. That's why I'm traveling to so many countries, meet people, give talks, speak about the knowledge, teach them. And the people are so grateful when they just practice the TM. So my mission is to promote Maharishi Ayurveda, transcendental meditation, and just give back of what I have received.
And if you allow me, last question, I would like to ask you, you are managing for many years 100 people. It's a tough task as a management-wise talking. Please tell me a few tips or a few things you learned in life, how to manage successfully for 27 years such an amount of people.
Well, I think it's not something very special. There are so many much bigger companies, and there are, of course, so many challenges in life. But I think the success factor of our clinic is that we have a very good team. We have great doctors with Dr. Karin Pierz as the head physician. We have wonderful technicians, you know, we have great food, great service. And what is very important is to offer good service to the people. So we have been undergoing some certification procedures for quality, for service quality. And because of that, we can satisfy our clients. And 70% of our clients are coming because of recommendations from satisfied customers. So really to make the people happy. And so we are very grateful, of course, to the organization of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, Maharishi Vedic University in Holland, who is continuously supporting us by upgrading the training of our technicians. So in every department, you just have to ensure quality improvement, quality control. And I think conviction and persistence, these are the fundamentals of success.
Dear Lothar, thank you very much. We appreciate very much your visit to Ukraine, and we are looking forward to the next visit to Biohacking Festival. Jai Gurudev.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you also. Jai Gurudev.